love the trim, the outline, the accents. It makes it pop all the way. The black Denali HD rims, got some hostile rims.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean.
I don't like this shit at all. I'm gonna have to trade mine in.
Yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle. Like
we're at Boss Man Barbershop out here in Peoria. Super famous. Everybody comes here and gets their hair cut. They have the best and the best. I've been getting my hair cut by Aji back here for about 3.5 years. It's located on Happy Valley and Lake Pleasant. We have Matt Langford joining us today. He's over there shooting some of his story. I'm super pumped. Got to get all tightened up. Go get something to eat, and then we're gonna jump into it. Boss Man Barbershop, guys.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Try to keep it a little bit. Yes, sir. Yep. I'll see you next time.
Let's check this thing out. Now, I've been waiting to see this with the lift. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah. Here's the other thing I love, and I like it more than anything. I love the black plastic trim on it, dude.
Yep, don't do the white.
Do not do the white. I love the trim, the outline, the accents. It makes it pop all the way. The black Denali HD, the rims, got the hostile rims. Now, Matt and I picked these out inside of a hospital room while Justin Frakes was about to die. They had to ship Justin Frakes down. I think he worked like 800 days straight or something. He forgot his name. The ambulance shipped him down here to Phoenix. It was the first time he's ever worked hard in his life, and I'm proud of you, Justin, so thank you. So when Matt and I were sitting inside the hospital, Matt pulls up in the Denali, and Matt and Sean had just started Valor Contracting. So I hadn't seen them. Everyone's been super busy. Justin hits the hospital, and Matt and I get to link up for the first time inside the hospital. He's got the Denali, and Matt says, let's order a lift for it. Let's go. Who's your guy? What do we need to do? Let's start looking at some stuff. So we're in the hospital hanging out, and we ordered the lift kit for it. Got the rims and tires. Looks like you got the smoked out. Okay, my bad, brother. I didn't see this. You got the smoked out taillights in there. Super badass truck. Congratulations on that. A lot of hard work, a lot of effort. I need to pull mine on the side of yours, but I got a ladder sticking out. It looks like I drove through a, looks like I drove through Desert Storm. Well, maybe we need to get yours over there, Matt. Let's pull your truck over there.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like this shit at all. I'm gonna have to trade mine in. Now I'm pissed.
Looking nice.
It's looking lovely. Yep. Super proud of them.
Same deal. I only got you got the chrome in there. I just got the satin.
Yep.
Identical truck though.
Well, you got the Denali. Yeah, I just love them. Beautiful. Now, I was telling Josh when you were driving over here, I said, now I'm pissed. Matt comes pulling up, his truck's washed, everything looks nice. We might head down to the dealership, and I might trade this in right now, so stay tuned for that.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
This is Matthew Langford, one of the owners of Valor Contracting, one of my best friends. He pulled me out of addiction. He came and saved me from a place called the Tents inside of Florence Prison. He is the man of recovery. He led the recovery scene inside of Florence, at least started it. A lot of guys captured, a lot of guys were attracted to Matt. Always stays positive. He works out. He's got a great work ethic. He takes care of his family. Just an all-around great individual. Hopefully we get into a story with him later down, and we can follow him around and see what his life looks like and see where he came from. He's probably got one of the most unique stories out of all of us. Spent 18 years in prison, But today is just a phenomenal individual. Pulls up in his brand new Denali lifted truck, contracting company, the owner of it. So really, really special day for us. I love hanging out with him.
I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss.
Now, when you say, I see a lot of these stories, and guys are like, I started from nothing. I mean, what does that mean, right? Well, dude, I was living with my mom. Cool, so you had a place, right? We didn't. I started from nothing. What does that mean? Well, dude, you know, I was driving my car around. I was working at this job. I didn't have a car or a job. I started from nothing. So when you say nothing, right, I like to elaborate on that. And I'm sitting inside of a tent on a prison yard because I made a million bad decisions in my life. My children are not in my life. My family's not in my life. My mother had passed away. My grandparents passed away. My father passed away. No one's talking to me because of the choices I have made in my life. And I'm inside of a tent, and I have a TV and 2 property boxes. So when we talk about starting from nothing, it's like literally nothing. No character, no work ethic, no drive, no integrity. Sitting on a prison yard getting high, wondering where our next fix is going to come from. Maybe we'll get a letter or a phone call where somebody wants to send some money to our books, right? That's starting from ground zero. That's starting from nothing. Not my mom's couch because my mom didn't have a couch. Not my family's or my uncles or any of this stuff. We started with each other. We started in an AA room. We started on the yard. Matt started tattooing. You know, trying to put some food in his locker. There were no phone calls. There were no visits. It was nothing. It was literally ground zero, how we know it. And that's why Redemption's Blueprint is so special, because there's multiple stories, not just mine, Matt Langford's and Sean Powell's and Adam Mills and Justin Frakes is another one that started from absolutely nothing. He comes from a background similar to you and I, where parents are like addicted to drugs and alcoholism and abuse and foster care and all this other stuff that we had to deal with growing up. And now we're here talking about it, letting it out in the open, and we're going to put multiple people on camera to say, hey, tell us your story. A lot of them are coming from the Arizona Department of Corrections. Some of them are coming from other correctional facilities across the state. But it's the mindset that took us here. And how did you guys get yourself out of that dump? Where did it change? What changed for you? Because everyone goes, I want to be a millionaire, right? And it's like, well, me too. I want to be a millionaire. I said, well, I wonder how we can do that. Let's sit around and talk about it all day and write some things down. We became in the positions that we're in today because we woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, went back to bed at 12, right? 3 hours of sleep, grinding. I don't know where I'm at half the time. I can't complete a sentence. I don't know where I'm supposed to be or who answering. I'm just on the road making it happen, fighting custody battles, moving my family into the house because they don't have anywhere to go, trying to save everybody I know, staying in contact with guys inside of the prison system, running and managing a team, doing all this stuff. Everybody sees the fancy cars and they see the nice outfits and they see the parties and stuff, these 15-minute glimpses of what we get to do, 3 or 4 times a year when we can collaborate and talk and spend some quality time together, and then we throw it on a camera really quick and they're like, damn, look at that lifestyle, I want that, right? Do you though? Do you want that? Do you know what it takes to get it, to obtain it? I don't think a lot of people understand that. But it is obtainable, because if I can do it, I don't have a high school education, I don't have anything, spent most of my life in prison just as long as, along with you. And it's like, well, what did it take? Everyone goes, man, it must be nice. What do you have to say? Well, like, when people go, well, it must be nice, right? And they're walking around, maybe they do a 9-to-5 job or they do whatever else, or they're sitting on their couch watching Netflix and they have like their evening routine where they're, I get home at 3, I make sure my laundry's folded, I get ready for the next day, I catch my shows from 5 to 10, I'm asleep, I'm back up the next morning with the alarm clock. Like, dude, I haven't been home in a month.
Yeah.
I've been on the road this entire time. So it must be nice. I don't know, right? Like, I've worked my ass off.
Yes.
I've put everything I had. I've dedicated all my time. I've sacrificed everything I have in this world to make it to where I'm at, and we're just getting started.
Yes.
So Matt, it must be nice. I see you. It must be nice.
When you rewind the tape, dude, right back to the initial mindset. Maybe that seed is what it was. Maybe it was that light, dude. And I remember it very, very well. And that's when it started. Have you ever been, bet against, cast out, forgotten, nobody's there for you? You've been in and out so many times. You've made so many mistakes that it's all on you now. And that's really what it is. And at some point in time, you got to make a change. You got to take that responsibility. And I remember vividly certain memories of sitting with you, sitting with certain individuals, talking about what we can do today to just grasp and understand how to be better tomorrow. That's it. And it was one day after the other that brought us to this position. It's constant, never-ending growth. Every single day we become more, right? It's getting into those positions to where we're uncomfortable. Many times you did it, and you got stories to be able to tell because of it, dude, right? And you became more and did more. And I think for the people that are watching and really tuning in, trying to get a grasp on where we came from and how we're able to do all these things, it's because we took a chance, but we made a commitment to ourselves, dude, just to want to become better than what we was a lot of pain and suffering, a lot of adversity we went through. It was multiple times in prison. We lost kids and family and wives, and been through addiction, just a lot of adversity. But at that point in time, I remember, Adam, I'm going to get my kids back, dude. Right? I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something with my life, man. And that emotional intensity that's back behind that. So if there's people watching this and they're thinking, well, how do I do that? Where do I go? What do I do? You got to tap into that power inside of you of why you're done. What is your number one? What is your why? Why are you doing it? And what emotional intensity are you using to attach yourself to that better life? Because this stuff's never going to be given to you. It's not going to be given to you. It's not going to be handed to you. And that's what you're talking about. You got to get in there each day, each moment, want to become better, and you got to make it look good, man. And in doing that, your communication skills will rise. Your drive, your strategies, your routines, your friends, your circle will become more. And that's the greatest thing about what happened to us, man, is we worked together and we stayed inside that same circle and we elevated and we continue to elevate. And there's no cap or end to that, man. And that's very important to understand and go back to, bro, if you remember that correctly, dude. And that's what it was, is understanding how to leave that old man behind and transform into a new man. Because Adam, dude, you are completely different, bro. You are not the same person, dude. If we backtrack, dude, that's a fact. And so the same thing with me. So it's no longer Adam version 1.0, it's 10.0. Same thing with Matt Langford. And to be able to elevate to that level, man, you got to have that mindset. You got to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, get in those classes, go to those meetings, read those books, read, retain, apply, have an undesirable drive and force of nature to be able to want something like that. And that's why statistically some people never make it out, right? Is because they don't get into that realm, dude. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Dude.
Huh?
I remember it well. Clearly. Yes. I mean clear as day. I can remember when you're mentoring me through these times, right? You're like 3 years in front of me in your sobriety. You've been doing the deal. You're not looking back. Your vision is so much different than mine. I don't really understand. People are being negative and talking down and still doing the old behavior, and we're sitting outside of your dorm on a picnic bench drinking coffee and talking about, well, I want to be like this. I want to be like that. I'm going to do this. Let's not be negative. And I didn't understand for quite a while that we had those conversations, and most of them were pertaining to me. You just didn't want to flat out tell me, hey, dude, stop doing that, right? So you're leading me in the correct way by, telling me these things that are clicking and connecting. Because this certain group of people do this certain group of people do that, this certain group of people do this. What group do I want to be involved in? What group do we want to be involved in? Well, this is what they do. This is how they live their life. They don't speak negatively about themselves or other people. They're very uplifting. They're too busy to focus on anybody else's life or anybody else's standard because they're focusing on their own. They're always doing something to develop their character, their career, their leadership skills. They do everything to the best of their ability, even when they don't want to do it. right? They come in with all that positivity and you know, through repetition and practice. We used to talk about repetition all the time, through practice, because everyone thinks that, oh, a guy just goes out, must be nice to wake up. All right, we get back to that must be nice. Must be nice to just wake up one morning and just be happy. You think I want to wake up every day and be happy? Because I don't. Sometimes I have some miserable or negativity, you know, that mindset inside me because things are going on and I'm so stressed out or overwhelmed. Time to get to work. Put the boots on. It's time to get to work. You know, let's say a prayer. Let's get focused. Let's get in shape. Let's transform. Let's get back into that thinking like, hey, today's going to be a good day. It's all good. Play that tape of power. Yep. And get that going, and pretty soon you just become that individual. Just like a basketball player, you know, gets better at free throws. Just like a football player gets better at passing or catching or rushing or tackling, whatever that looks like, because they've practiced so much, right? So that lifestyle, those changes, that attitude, that character takes practice. It takes development. Most people fall off through it from what I've seen because it's just too hard, or what they call hard. I'm not seeing any results. Well, dude, it's been a month, right? Yeah, but Andrew Cardone just built a $15 million business in 3 months. Yeah, well, he's been doing this for a long fucking time. Yep. Right? He just didn't wake up and build it. Yep. And you have all these superstars and all these athletes and stuff, and people go, man, it must be nice to be blessed, right, with that athletic ability. You think he just walked out on the field and did that? Yeah. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these guys, all these great people, and then now we surround ourselves with other like-minded individuals that are doing the exact same thing that we're doing, which means we're all going to elevate. Iron sharpens iron, and the more time I spend with you, and the more time I spend with these other guys that I love hanging out with, and they're just going places in life, the more I become that, because I want to mimic what they're doing. I want to mimic that lifestyle. I want to mimic their conversations. I want to mimic what they're doing in their daily habits. I want to mimic their work ethic. And when I do that, day by day by day, I don't know it, nobody else knows it, or maybe I know it now because I'm hip to what's going on, but I'm practicing, I'm developing, I'm sharpening.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how far, dude. We have actually come, dude. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's absolutely nuts, dude. And I don't think it ever ends, dude. I don't think it ever ends. I think, you know, as in my 20s, my 30s, as soon as I got sober, and I started to really just, that transforming point, right? There's not a day that goes by that I'm not trying to elevate, right? There's not a day, and the same thing as you and anybody else. It's like I live off of those. I have rules for myself today. I have boundaries. I follow the rules, man, and I love those rules. It's like I used to love drinking, and now I love self-development and growth, dude. I love how it feels to be successful. I love how it feels to do the next right thing. I love progress. I love forward motion. I love it. I love to be able to help other people, and it's the exact opposite of how I used to be, man. And that's what we get high off of today. And that's the greatest thing of all is this right here is what's happening, man. Is to be able to let somebody know that, to be able to see it's not about materialistic things. It really isn't. It's not about the money. It's about who you are and what happens on the inside. It's an inside-out thing, not an outside-in thing. We're successful today because of who we are and who we've become, not because of an outside external things, man. And that's the definition to me personally of true wealth, man, is who Matt Langford is, who is Adam Tronier, where have they come from, what did they develop, what do they stand for? That old saying I always say to myself, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And in each day, man, you know, it would be super awesome, man, to be able to see this video, be able to reach and impact somebody that says, you know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to take a little bit of that, dude, and I'm going to put it into play, dude. If they can do it, I can do it. It's real. It's totally plausible. I'm going to go above and beyond. You know, always ask yourself this question, what is the definition of relentlessness to me? That's what it is, dude. Because nobody's going to hand you $1 million, bro. Nobody's going to give you that nice truck, that Denali. Nobody's going to give you that business. Nobody's going to do nothing for you, man. You know, you came from laying on the streets to being an entrepreneur, making millions of bucks, owning everything you can. Dude, it's not those. It's who you became through the process of that is what's very exciting, dude. Yep. That's what it is. And we look at everybody like it's not what you have, it's who you are. That's really what it is. And how do we impact people to develop them to get into those places is what's super. That's our purpose, dude. In reality, dude, that's the end all result, man. It's because when you can transform them, you can make a better community. a better life, dude, and change one person at a time, dude, which is incredible.
Yes.
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission is same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this a buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the graves. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed. I don't need a rash, coming in with lash, then you see the flash. L.O.K. with the melody and the kiss of kind of breath. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread. I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose.